Hi, I'm Dexter, and welcome to Kids in Action, where we meet Christian kids doing God's work now. On today's show, meet a 6th grade class who decided to write, illustrate, and then publish their very own kids book called Walking with God Children's Bible. It's Kids in Action, learning God's story and how God is calling His people today to respond in faith and obedience.
We are Heritage Christian School.
So come on in and see what we've been working on.
I'm wondering, where can we find a record of Israel's history outside of our textbook? Brennan.
The Bible?
Yes.
Hi everyone, nice to see you all. So, who is who?
My name is Aiden.
Hi, my name is Ellerie.
I'm Julia.
And I'm Luke.
I see you've got your book there. What was the big idea behind it, and how did the storybook work start?
So we noticed that our history chapter in our class's textbook did not cover some of the most important events we thought were necessary in Israel's history. So we decided to write our own history book.
Not only did we want to cover Israel's history, but also make sure each story pointed to the real meaning of those stories, which is connecting them to the life and work of Jesus Christ.
We decided to write this for a younger audience, to tell them the true story of Jesus and Israel's history.
What did you all do?
We decided that a good place to start was to explore children's Bibles to see how they handled the storyline of Israel's history.
Hey Natalie, look how they did David's armor.
Oh, that's cool. Then we made a list of the most important stories that we wanted to include to accurately tell the whole story we wanted to cover.
Then we divided up the stories and wrote the first drafts.
Anybody else have a suggestion? Aiden.
I think we could combine the Ezra and Nehemiah and then also add it to the Return to Jerusalem, maybe.
I think we should combine all Jesus' ministry things together.
I know that first drafts are just the start. What were all the different jobs needed to get the book published?
There were more stories to write, so some of us were the writers.
Editors then proofread all the stories and checked that all the stories fit together like the book should.
So those are all of the stories in Genesis. What about the stories in Exodus? That's about Moses.
Some of us were artists. It was our job to create one image for each story. Sometimes what we chose was obviously going to be the picture for the book, but sometimes we had to know the story really well to find the right image to draw. The art was detailed and colorful, which made the book even better.
We also had to think about everything that a book needed, such as an index for all our Bible verses and a book cover.
What were some of the challenges?
We had a hard time finding a way to publish the book so that it could be what we wanted and made it in a way that we could afford.
We also found it challenging to choose which stories to include and which ones to leave out. Sometimes there were even disagreements on what the book would look like, which art to use, cover design.
Who likes this one? Okay. And who likes this one?
And the layout of the book. Mainly, we worked through these challenges by discussing and deciding as a team what would be best for the overall project.
I have an idea from the text. Maybe we could use scripture.
I think I have it right here.
What did you really enjoy doing?
It was really nice to put so much work into this project and end up with something we were really proud of. We loved opening the package with the finished design and looking through what we had created.
What happened when the work was done, and how did you share the book?
Many of us gave the books to our parents as Christmas presents, and they all loved them.
We also shared the book with some younger students to use as a devotional in their classrooms.
The angel said that she was going to have a baby. Mary was scared, but the angel said that God would be with her.
Israel was disobeying God, so he let Babylon capture them. After many years in captivity, King Cyrus of Persia let the people of Israel go back to their own land.
A Bible verse that the class chose to share is 2 Timothy 3, verses 16 and 17. Everything in the scriptures is God's word. All of it is useful for teaching and helping people and for correcting them and showing them how to live. The scriptures train God's servants to do all kinds of good deeds.
In the beginning, there was only God. One day, he decided to make everything.
Sin came into the world, They were forced to leave the garden and could never come back.
Do not be afraid. Jesus is alive, said the angel.
Through the great story of creation, fall, and Jesus' rescue, we are responsible for inviting others in.
Before you all go, explain what you did on the last page.
I had an idea to add a space for the readers to write their own part of God's story in the end of the book. We found it important to our readers that they understand that it's not just a history of events from the past, but God's big story that includes all of us too. We wanted to tell the true story of God's redemption, and that story is very much a part of our story.
Thanks everyone for meeting with me today and sharing your children's Bible. Thanks for all the work you did. Bye!
Bye!
Thanks for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us at kidscorner.net. Serve the Lord in all you do, and we'll see you soon. All the ideas for this show come from viewers like you, so if you know great Christian kids making an impact, please send us a message at kidscorner.net or on our Facebook page. We promise we'll read all the comments.